CBS presents this program in color.
In Hollywood, it's Tattletales. Welcome to the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And now, here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tattletales. Nice to have you with us and at home, and nice to have you here. Hi. Ready to win some money today, are you? Yeah. Well, you're going to do that, too, and here's the people going to do it for you. Winning money today for the blue section from Alice, Mr. Vic Tabak, and Sheila Tabak. Winning money today for the yellow section, Richard Keel and Diane Keel. And winning money today for the red section, Norm Crosby and Joni Crosby. All right, gentlemen, ladies, we now know how to do this pretty well, don't we? I want to do something to start the show off today, only because I've had people ask me during the week, and we did mention it once. I'd like to say it again. Vic, tell us how long you and Sheila have been married.
I'm going to say 19 years.
No, wait, it's not a guess. This is not a...
And you're right.
This is not part of the show, sir.
I thought that was the first question.
You thought you had the first one right,
eh?
Okay, 19 years. Richard, how long for you and Diane?
8 years.
8 years. And Norm?
15.
15. So between you, we must have 40...
A lot of unhappiness.
A lot of... Yeah. A lot of happiness, I hope. Hopefully happier after today. Here's the first question, ladies. It's worth $150 to you, and to your rooting sections, I should say. We know this would never happen. Look out. But if your husband left you, which would bother you more? If he left you for a woman exactly like you or completely different? Which would bother you more? Ooh, that's a good question. Off you go. I have to think about it. Vic, what would bother Sheila more, do you think? Exactly like her or completely different?
I would think that it would really bother if the other girl was just like her.
Why would that be?
Well, I mean, she'd say, what was wrong with me? I can do everything she can. I look like her, I talk like her, I act like her, I do whatever I do just like her. And,
why have the second best when you have the real thing, eh?
yeah. Well, I would say one just like her.
One just exactly like her.
I might be wrong.
No, it sounds good to me. Well, you might be wrong at that. Here comes Sheila. Sheila, which would bother you more, in fact?
I don't like either choice. Well, I think it would be is someone completely different than me.
No, that's not what he said. But it's an interesting reason. Why did you say that one? He obviously said the other one.
Well, I couldn't. If he left me for somebody exactly like me.
I wouldn't, Sheila. I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't.
We know. We said this could never happen.
Of course. But I couldn't imagine it exactly like me.
There is no one like you.
That's right. You're right.
So it would still bother you if he left you with someone
It's just going to
different.
bother me anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Let's let it go at that. You're bothered. What will Diane say, Richard? Which would bother her more?
I think exactly like her, because that would mean that she'd have 4 children. There would be 8 children to support. It'd be awful.
That's true. That's true. Someone exactly like her.
Yeah,
would bother her
I
more.
think that she would wonder, why. Somebody different, she might say, well, there's a reason, but exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, okay. See, it can go both ways, too, because if it's someone completely different, she could say, well, he's rejecting me totally. He never did like me or my type. I mean, it can go either way, but you're going to say someone exactly like. Here she comes. Diane, which would bother you more?
I think a woman that was different than me.
No, that's not what the man said. Well, we're off to a wonderful start.
Yes.
You see, you notice at the beginning of the show, that's one of the reasons why I asked how long they've been married. Because they know each other real well after
why
for
would
19 years.
Why would he leave me if she was exactly like me?
I don't
Why
know.
not just stay with me?
That's probably...
That's right. That's why you're supposed to get mad if she's just like you.
Oh,
You
okay.
didn't understand what he
That
said.
would bother you more, you see. Norm, you can get a chance to get the whole thing for the red section here.
Well, I think Joan would be so excited and happy and celebrating if I left that it wouldn't make any difference to her who I left for.
Who cares? Man?
First of all, though, there is nobody exactly like my wife,
Yeah.
unfortunately, and I don't think I could find anybody exactly like her. I think, though, it would bother her the most if I did find somebody that was similar. Because then
Okay.
it would be like an admission that somehow she didn't, make it.
Yeah, okay, so that would bother her more.
Right.
Right. Now, you've seen how well the other guys have done with that answer.
Well, they
We'll,
got buzzed out, so I'm hopefully she'll coincide.
Okay, here she comes. Joni,
Yes?
which would bother you more?
If he left me for a woman exactly like me.
That's what the man said, and you're right. You're the only one that got it. Joni and Norm get the whole thing to start things off. We'll come back in just a moment with question number 2 and a lot more, too. Don't go away. See you in a minute. Coming up, this is worth $150 as well. You guys got to play catch-up. Sheila and Diane, you got to play catch-up to Norm. Here we go. After you've seen a really scary movie, does that make you more afraid to be home alone that night? Yes or no? Got it? Off you go. Some people, that doesn't bother at all. Some, it does. What will Diane say, Richard?
Well, if she's with me, it's okay. But
Yes, of course.
otherwise, she'd be very afraid.
She would be.
Yes.
She's with you, she could take on the world.
No, she
But-
can hide. Nobody can find her.
But without you, she would be. It's just you can run around behind you.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you say she would be, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder, well, I don't know if your kids are old enough yet, but they see you playing scary parts, does it, they've seen your movies, of course, but your oldest is only 7, I believe.
Yeah, and a newspaper man asked him that question. He said,
They don't, not the least bit worried about
no,
it.
it's just movies to them.
Oh, they're wise,
Yeah,
show-wise. The answer for Diane, however, is yes.
Yes.
Here she comes. Diane, how do you feel about that one?
Yes,
The answer is yes. You're right.
I couldn't sleep for weeks after we saw The Exorcist, and I've never seen another one since then.
Oh, really? I know what you mean. I remember Psycho. Do you remember Psycho? Well, I remember I wouldn't take a shower for, well, not that long, but that showering, remember we used to make deals, Annie and me and everybody, all the married couples, I used to make deals, say, don't come into the bathroom when I'm in the shower. Please don't do that. Just don't do it. Let me in there alone. Thank you, Diane. What will Jody say, Norm?
Well, Joni doesn't like to be home alone at all. In fact, a lot of times she says to me that even when I'm home, she feels that she's home alone. But I think seeing a scary movie would enhance that even to an upper pinnacle. I think that she would be scared to be home alone.
More frightened?
Yes.
Okay, here she comes. The answer is yes. Joni, we're looking for a yes or no on this scary question.
You've got a yes.
That's correct. Seems like an easy question, doesn't it? What about Sheila, Vic?
I know I would be more scared if I saw a scary movie.
Yeah.
So I would think that if I'm scared, she's got to be scared too.
It seems-
It's got to be yes.
It seems funny, you guys are pros. You know how the movies are made. You know that while the scary stuff's going on, there's 150 bored stage guys standing around and the crew and everything, but it doesn't
That
seem to
doesn't
matter.
work like that with me.
No.
No, even if I know how it's made, like I could do an Alice show and then the next week I could watch it. I forgot what I did and what happened. I'm sitting there watching to find out what happened at the end.
You get really involved.
Oh, yeah, that guy that plays Mel, he's terrific.
Okay.
No, I would say she would be terrified.
She would be
And she
frightened.
needs me.
Yes, right. Don't let her forget it. Here she comes. Sheila, what is the answer to this one?
Scary movies are my thing. No.
Oh, no, that's not what he said. Oh, you two are going to have a lovely week learning about each other. I can see that now. Diane and Richard, Joanne and Norm are right. They split that one in half, and it's halftime, fellas. Step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. We'll come back in the second half in a minute if they don't scare each other to death.
The most refreshing way to make the most of every day. And wherever you go, whatever you do, there's something big waiting for me and you. Coke is it, the biggest taste you've ever found. Coke is it, the one that never lets you down. Coke is it, the most refreshing taste around. Coke is it.
Change places after halftime, but before we go on, we would like to welcome another station to the Tattletales lineup, and we are thrilled to death to have you. Spokane, Washington, KREM-TV. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna get you with this one, fellas. Are you ready? Men, this is worth $150 as well. And Vic, you have a little catching up to do. Richard, you have $75, and Norm, you have $2.25. You're doing very well so far. Plenty of time left. Men, if a love-struck fan wrote you a letter begging you to send her a pair of your underwear, would you send them to her, yes or no? Okay? Thank you very much. Gee, in Richard's case, I'd have to send it air freight, I think. He must be so sick of those jokes, Diane. I'm sure he is. Joanne, what will Norm do in a case like this?
I don't know. To be perfectly honest,
You could send him the pair with Tuesday on them, you know. Or...
I think he would do it.
You think he would?
I think he would.
Has he ever gotten a letter like that?
Not that I know of.
Aha. Well, we have several for him that we... Well, never mind.
Oh, really?
You think he would do it?
I think he would do it.
Yeah. Do fans who write in and request various things like that?
Mostly just pictures.
Yeah. Well, how about a picture of his underwear then?
Yes. I think he would do it, yes.
Okay, the answer is yes, he would do it. He's a very nice fella. Here he comes. Norm, what would you do, sir? This fan desperately wants a pair of your underwear.
I would absolutely send him to her post-haste.
You got it. That's right. Norm, have you ever had a strange request like that for something?
Oh, sure, and I've got underwear that my wife's been begging me to get rid of.
You could have a sale on them, huh? Thanks, Norm. Sheila, what will Vic say to this?
At this point in the game, who knows?
Who knows?
Scary movies indeed.
Well, you two you've admitted that you guys are opposed politically, and you have lots of things that you're in conflict about, which is healthy, I think, in a marriage.
Well, we're not really in conflict. We get along.
Oh, I don't mean that, but I mean you don't agree on a lot of things, and that's good.
Well, some of these things, yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. It's been 19 years.
You're doing something right.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. I don't know what he would do. I know he sends pictures. And he sends little sailor hats sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice, yeah.
And, shoes.
Shoes, really?
Shorts. I don't know. He might.
Okay.
Yes.
You're going to say yes. He would do that.
He might, yeah.
Okay. We'll find out in a second, won't we? Here he comes. Well, Vic, you know what your choice is here. It's a love-struck fan. What are you going to do about it?
Well, if a fan were asking for Robert Redford's, underwear or John Travolta's, I could understand. But if they're asking for mine, they really got to be sick. I say, wow, no, I'm sorry. I don't wear underwear.
No, that's not what Sheila said. Well, you're batting 1,000, Vic. I will say that.
Wrong?
You're wrong.
I can't believe it.
Explain
Even
to that.
underwear we're wrong.
Sport, Vic.
Sport, I've given that up.
I'm sorry to hear that too, Vic. Diane, what will Richard say? Who knows, huh?
Oh, he's a very personal and private person about things like that.
Yes.
And I don't think he would. Something else, he'll send him a photo.
Yes,
You know,
sure.
But not his underwear.
Yeah.
And if he did, I'd feel sorry for the person that got him. They wouldn't fit.
No. No, that would be tough to wear them, too. Okay, here he comes. You'll say no. Richard, we'd like to know how you feel about the love-struck underwear seeker.
Bert, my underwear is so expensive I can't afford to send it anywhere. No, absolutely not.
That's right. That's what you said.
Diane,
Norman's the only weirdo in the group.
I put Diane in charge of my fan mail to avoid all this kind of stuff.
Well, I didn't hear that, Richard.
I put Diane in charge of my fan mail so I could avoid this type of stuff.
So, and your underwear is expensive because you have to buy special stuff?
Oh, yeah, from the Giant store.
Oh, yeah, right. You're right again. Diane and Richard, Joanne and Norm are right. They split that question in half. We'll come back with a $300 question, and that will decide the show for the day. And Vic is going to win one. You'll see. He's going to get something right here. Hi. You snuck up on me. This question is worth $300. And this will decide the issue for the day. Are you ready, gentlemen? Listen carefully. Psychologists say that in most relationships, one person dominates the other at least slightly. If you had to choose, which one of you would you say dominates your relationship? At least a little bit. Off you go. So they must make a choice. They may not even really feel it, either one of you do, but it says at least a little bit even. Okay, we're going to start with you, Sheila.
Oh, good.
Aren't you pleased?
So happy. You want to know what I think?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually asking him.
What he thinks?
Uh-huh. You're going to have to try and figure out what he's going to say. It's the best way to play it.
Gee, it's really a toss-up.
Mm-hmm. At least a little bit.
Well, he does a little bit.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. He always has me make his phone calls and
Right.
You know.
So he...
handle all these other things. So, yes, he does a little bit.
Okay.
If he's honest.
Yes. Well, he may not be. Here he comes. We'll know in a minute. Vic, who would you say does dominate your relationship at least a little bit?
Well, if ever two people were put together and were on an equal basis, it would be Sheila and myself. But since there is a slight domination that has to be had, I would say me, because I'm a little louder.
That's correct. You got it. He did it. Congratulations. It's always nice to see you come through. Okay. Now you see, it was very tough for you two to answer that question as well. So you did very well. Diane, what will Richard say? Seems kind of
Now,
strange.
what do you think?
Yeah.
You think I dominate with
Sure you do.
No, he's a male chauvinist pig all the way down the line.
He is,
I mean, you know, no, but it's okay with me because I figure he earns the money, so whatever happens to it, it's okay.
Yeah.
He always makes me happy, so he does.
You're going to say he dominates.
Yeah, he dominates.
I
Not
think
in
that
a bad way, though.
Yeah. I mean, he could dominate Pasadena if he wanted to. That's nice. Poor Diane. Okay, you'll say it's him. Here he comes. Well, Richard, you must make a choice, sir.
Yes, I can't help but dominate with 330 pounds.
That's right. That's what the lady said. 330 pounds. My goodness.
I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh.
Joanne, this will decide it. Here we go.
Maybe just a little bit Norm does.
Just a little bit, though.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. What a nice way to say that. See, I don't buy it for a second. No, I really
Trust
don't.
me.
I think guys think they dominate. Hey, woman, fix my meals, you know. Meanwhile, she's saying, I'll fix them, I'll spit in his soup, you know. You don't know. We think we're the big guns, but we're not. Okay, you're going to say, he'll say himself a little bit. Here he comes. This will decide the game for today, sir. This is it. And we're looking for your answer, Norm. Who would you say dominates your relationship at least a little bit?
Well, since we've been married, Bert, Joan has always permitted me to make the big decision. She makes the little decisions. She decides if we should buy a house, where the kids should go to school, if we should trade in the car, stuff like that. I make the big decisions, like if the country should go to war, if they should raise taxes, you know. But I think that Joan would say, because she's that kind of a nice lady, that I would make the big decision.
That's correct. You're the one. Everybody's right. We split it 3 ways. You did it very well with a tough question. However, time is up, and the red section wins it. We'll go back in a moment and give the red section their money. They dominated you. Joni and Norm, $400. We had 1,000 able to divide. $1,400. Thank you all. And thank you at home for being with us on Tattletales. Bert Convy saying so long. See you next time. Bye-bye.
In addition to
Warning, the following promotion for Game Show Network's new show Cram was written after a 24-hour period of no sleep. What you are about to see may not be fully coherent.
Hello, I'm Graham Elwood, the host of Cram, the only game show where you're given all the answers, but you only have 24 hours to cram them into your tired little noodle, all without a lick of sleep. Hey, Huey, what's my name?
Graham.
And what's my game?
Cram.
Cram. This January, you snooze, you lose.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Electric 12-inch electric buffet skillet surfaced with Silverstone. Silverstone spells durability. This is Johnny Olson speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Trotman production.